I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to disagree with you, Rob. Everybody knows
Oh,
that your anus is a gas giant.
Back off, man.
y-
I'm a
yes,
scientist.
yes.
Okay. Let's get that joke out of the way. Let's get it out
All
of the
right.
way. Sixth grade is over. Let's get back to the science. All right. So now this sounds like we're leading into Planet Nine territory, right? Or
Okay, we'll go ahead and go there. Yeah.
it might as well, right? Since we're in the
Right.
neighborhood, right? So okay. So now I'm just a layman. I'm just a guy with a Pluto shirt and a nice hat. All I know about is I've heard people talk about orbits of like the
Mhm.
ice giants, the gas giants being perturbed by something that may be in the Oort cloud or maybe out may have one of these wild orbits, but
Yeah.
I'm just the layman. I need to be educated on this.
Okay.
Dr. Science, what do you know about this?
It's not the gas giants or the ice giants that are being perturbed by whatever's out there, if anything is out there. What we are finding is the Kuiper Belt objects that we know of, their orbits tend to clump together, and they tend to not be at those generally at those high inclinations I mentioned. So something would seem to be perturbing their orbits, making them come together,
Mm-hmm.
as it were. And one hypothesis is that there's a large planet or a large mass of some sort out there amongst them that would be tugging them and flinging them into tight groups in their orbit.
Right.
Now, the question that I have is uh, um, sorry, is this, we don't really know a whole lot of objects out there yet. So are we just seeing random chance that we're finding the ones that are uh, in grouped orbits? And the answer to that is that stretches credulity as well, or believability. I'll use that word, um, simply because you do have enough of them, and the idea that random chance would put them all in these same places. Yeah, okay, right. So that is still a possibility, but it's starting to stretch that rubber band of believability quite a bit. So that's one of the problems. On the other hand, um, we haven't seen anything out there of any size. So what does that mean? How reliable is that? Well, if I labeled the slide number 5, if you'll bring that up. Um,
I'm bringing it up right now.
yeah, yeah. This is Neptune with the JWST. Okay. And if you look over to the right, you'll see a nice dot. That's a star.
This one
Okay.
right here?
So, yeah, that's a star. So, Neptune is ridiculously bright, right? As
Right.
cold as it is, it's ridiculously bright compared to stars or anything else.
It's usually
So,
blue colored, isn't it?
well, this is infrared.
Oh, infrared. Okay, okay.
So,
Wow.
so JWST sees in infrared. It does not see invisible light.
It looks like somebody soaked that planet in icy hot, right?
Right.
Yeah. Now, why
And
is
that's not
that?
a bad analogy.
Well, it's ice giant and it's
Uh,
hot. So, I mean,
yeah.
what causes that?
The bottom line is it has a temperature, as I'll get to into later. It has a temperature that isn't zero, that isn't 0 Kelvin or absolute zero.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as such, it radiates. And for Neptune being, something like 100 degrees, I think it is above. No, I think it's more like 40 or 50 degrees above absolute zero. It's bright and infrared. It's really kind of dull and dim and blue in visible light, but in infrared, it's bright. And so that's what we're seeing here is how bright it is in infrared. And that's kind of my point is any planet the size of Neptune, which is what they're hypothesizing, should be that bright, even though it's out in the Kuiper Belt.
Right.
Okay. So we've done infrared all sky surveys and nothing that bright has appeared.
Hmm.
So where is it? And if it's cold so that it's dim in infrared, okay, how did it get that cold?
Yeah. And how to get
How
that
did it
big?
cool down faster than that much faster than Neptune? So that's my doubts that there's anything out there. Does that mean it's not? Absolutely not. You know,
Look at you
more
backtracking. You want to be a
more to
Neil
be
deGrasse
seen and learned.
Tyson. Say, no, it's
More to
definitely
be
not out there. But yeah, you're right.
more to be seen, more to be learned. That's job security. I'm happy about that.
Job security,
I'm
nice.
one of those that I'll tell you, I'm happy to be proven wrong. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Because that's job security. That's new science. Let's go.
Right. Right. You know, I mean, at one point, we thought we were the center of the universe. The sun revolved around us and stuff. And one guy said, well, no, that's not true. And, well, you know,
Yep.
bad things happen to him, but he was telling the truth. You know, it's science. It evolves.
He was at least put under house arrest. The guy before him, Copernicus, didn't want to say these things until he was on his deathbed because he knew what would happen.
Yeah.
Because the guy before him, Giovanni Bruno, I know the Bruno, I can't remember his first name very well. But he proposed that there were other planets around each of those stars at night and that there was people on each of those planets, and they burned him at the stake.
Yep.
So the idea isn't new, but only recently did we not burn you at the stake for saying it.
I mean, it could have been worse. They could have had social media back then, and oh boy,
Yeah.
you asked for the burning at the stake.
Selfies with the guy on the stake.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hot stuff.